Hello everyone and welcome back to Peter Does Games. And I didn't intend to start this series yet, but we are going to start it now because American Truck Simulator will not load. So I believe it is something to do with the fact that I was using the Steam sharing. And what had happened is, for some reason, the Arizona DLC would not show up, even though it was part of the base game. It showed up fine on my normal account, but as soon as I switched to the family sharing account where I'm recording the videos so the achievements will pop up, then Arizona just didn't exist in the game. So I tried to fix a few things and ended up breaking it worse. I tried to just see if I installed the base game. It was on sale for $5, so I picked it up again, installed it for that new profile. Apparently, as soon as you do that, then you can't share the DLC anymore. So in the next few months, I will buy the new DLC, all the DLC for the new account, and then jump in. But it's something that after the holidays and all that, I can't just spend a bunch of money. So I'm going to start the European Truck Simulator Let's Play right now. So let's go ahead and jump in. It's fairly similar. So let's see on here. I'll pick that guy. And now the truck design is something that there's a lot more options available in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Several different companies. We're going to be doing some different quick jobs, so we'll see a lot of them. But I'm thinking for this, I usually do Volvo, but I'm thinking I kind of want to do a Scania, so let's do that this time around. And I like this little logo here. So company, let's just call it Ends of the Earth. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and create that. And now it's going to probably have a lot of annoying music until I can get the settings all set up, but we'll just jump through that as fast as we can. And I am once again today fighting a bit of a head cold. I just sneezed a whole bunch before I started recording, so we'll see if the sniffles continue or if I have to stop in the middle of sneezing and all of that. Won't go into any other details, but it's been an interesting day so far, just to say the least. And this is taking a while to load, so I'm just going to cut to the end of the loading screen. So now we get to pick our starting city, and I'm going to choose Luxembourg. We don't want to do the tutorial. Now there is a reason I picked Luxembourg though, as this loads here. There is an achievement for owning a garage at every garage in your home country. And so Luxembourg only has one garage because it's such a small country. So what I'm going to do is actually get that garage. Now this garage should be handed to me for free once this delivery is done. Although the achievement might not count until I actually upgrade it. It might need to be a large garage, something like that. Now that I'm in here, I realize I gotta set up my options really quick. Gameplay's not really the one I wanted, but I do want to fix some stuff in here. So we'll leave that kind of in the middle. Random road events, we want to turn these down, as well as the detours. They're interesting, but they just happen too frequently, I think. So I'd like just a couple notches up. That's probably fine. We'll do it about as frequently as it rains, and that should be fine. I didn't realize before we can actually turn on time zones. I'm going to leave them off for now. And let's keep going down for a second, though. Braking intensity I like turning up a bit because it doesn't feel like it's good enough when I'm using a keyboard. We want to turn on the automatic retarder. Don't really know. We'll put on the automatic engine brake too. I don't know that I've played with the automatic engine brake. And then I don't want the automatic parking brake. I will use that when I want. Just for fun, I don't know what this one does, so let's give it a bit. We want to change the tolerance to nothing on here. And this is the one I really want. Turn that off. That should be fine for this. So now I wanted to go to keys and buttons. And there's not a whole lot that I want to change off of here, but I do want to change The cruise control, let's see, we wanted to increase by going up, wheel up, decrease by wheel down. This is going to be middle mouse click, and we want to resume with the C. And then we want to do up here, I like leaving the keyboard available, but we want to do the mouse indicators. And I believe this should be enough. We'll find out here in a second as I continue to drive. So we go like this. Let's see, I want my lights on. Make sure nobody is coming. Drive out here. Slam on the brakes there. Now, unlike American Truck Simulator, in Euro Truck Simulator, I don't believe you can legally turn right on red. At least every time I've done it in the past, I've gotten flagged for it, so I'm not going to do it right now. Since I only have 2,000 euros in my bank account, I might experiment later in the future. Or if anybody knows, you can leave a comment and let me know. But for now, you know, stopping at a stoplight, not a huge deal. Waiting. Okay, so turn that off. Go up to 50. This is actually a fairly long start, going over 2 hours for the very first delivery. That's a little bit surprising for me. And I can go up to 90 right now, but you can see on the map this curve here is ridiculous. So I don't actually ever go that fast from here. You can tell from the way I'm talking, I'm slightly more familiar with Euro Truck Simulator 2 than I am with American Truck Simulator. I've got about 4 times the amount of gameplay in this game, so I'm a little more familiar with a lot of the maps. Let's see, there is a car coming. Turn on that and go over. That said, I don't have everything in this game memorized by any means. I have put over the past, gotta slow this down because I don't have a retarder on my truck. Over the past 5-6 years, I don't remember when I first picked this up, I've put in about 600 hours total on my other profile. So a lot of it around Europe. Well, I mean, all of it's in Europe, but the Central Europe is what I was thinking of. I always base out of Luxembourg. A lot of the DLC is opening up towards the east, though. So from a geographic sense, it might be wiser to move over. However, like I said, I wanted to get every garage in a single country, and you can get it for free just by basing yourself in Luxembourg. So that's what I'm doing for this particular playthrough. And since I'm going to be going after every single achievement, then it doesn't really matter where I start. It is kind of a disappointment that my Let's Play had to end for American Truck Simulator. Although I want to add, it's not ended, it's just on a temporary hiatus because I'm hopeful once I buy all the DLC for both accounts, and once they're all installed and all that, I'm hoping everything will be good. And I want to also note, I don't mind paying for all the DLC again, even though technically I've already purchased the game. And I'm still the same person playing it. It's just, it's more, it's not SCS's fault, it's the fault of Steam not letting you reset your achievements, really. That makes it where I have to go through this method. So I don't fault CSC for anything. And that said, I don't even know that they're to blame regardless. I think it just has something to do with the fact that one of their DLCs is free and I could not install it because I didn't have the base game on the family share from Steam. So I think there's just something weird in there. I'm pretty sure it's not designed for the intention that I'm using it for, but regardless, I don't mind giving SCS more money. It's just I don't have a lot of money to spend at the moment, right after the holidays and things like that. So again, though, they're worth it as a company. I really appreciate what they do. They've spent lots of time on their game. They've made a good game. They made a good game twice, once in Europe and once in America. So, I don't mind at all giving them my cash when I have the opportunity. So don't take that the wrong way. Again, if anything, I'm thinking that it's just something with the Steam family sharing that is at issue. I'll have to go back and look at the original setup that I had for American Truck Simulator and see if Arizona never was on the map. I don't ever recall looking for it specifically, so I could have missed it. But it could also be maybe part of a recent update broke it. Again, I don't know. Ultimately, it doesn't matter, because now, from this point on, we're just going to talk about European Truck Simulator, so Euro Truck Simulator 2 specifically. So here we go. One thing that is different, of course, is we are now in the metric system. And so 60 is not 60 miles an hour, it's 60 kilometers per hour. And we're now 54 kilometers out from where I'm going to make this drop. I had to slow down the brakes a little bit hard on that because of the hill. This is why I like getting a retarder on the engine. And with the automatic retarder in place, it will keep you from going extra fast down a hill. Unless you have a really, really heavy load. If that happens, you're still basically screwed. And let's see, I can't tell if that is the red light. I think that's a white light on the track, so the bars are not coming down yet. As we get closer, we can see that's the case. Railroad crossings are always fun. That was kind of bumpy too. That was fun as well. Yeah, another thing you'll notice is there's not a huge hood sticking out in front of the vehicle. It's not as noticeable if you're using the Peterbilt that I was using, but when you see the Kenworth that I had, that had a very long nose. I like that these European trucks don't, because that lets me see better. And there is a car there. Is he just gonna stop? I don't know what the legal rules are on those kind of stops. Actually, this still continues, so I will not need to merge over, with the possible exception of the fact that I think that this right lane here in this part of Europe tends to peel off a lot. That said, looking at the GPS, I am going to be exiting on the next exit anyway, so that doesn't matter. So we go up to, I believe that's Liège. I am not an expert in foreign languages, so I'm sure I'm going to butcher a lot of these names. But better to butcher names than people. Let's slow this down a little bit as we come around this corner. Because, first of all, it's going to be slower in town. Here it's almost always 50 kilometers per hour. But then I also have this right turn coming up. Alright, let's make that right turn. And there we go, we got Liège discovered. Now in this game it's going to be a little bit more interesting because I do have the 100% map clearing off. That is an achievement in here, so that makes it a little more annoying, because you have to find every single crack and crevice. But we'll deal with that when we get further into the game. Right now, it's time to drop off our load. And again, we'll pick the most difficult ones that are available. each time. This one's not an extremely difficult version. I just realized I still have those mirrors up. I want to... And stop. Trying to multitask there. That threw off my curve. So come into here. I want to make it as realistic as possible, though. So now using these mirrors, back that up a little bit. I think am I on track? Just a little bit further out. And now I'll start angling the back of the trailer over. Might have gone a little too soon still. No, that looks okay. So go over there and push this. And there we go. Alright, first delivery complete. So we're starting on our first couple of achievements. As you saw pop up, they're not complete, but now I should be getting my garage, and it looks like no achievement yet, so I probably have to buy the upgrade first. Alright, one thing I want to do as well, let's go into audio, and we want the music turned off. Alright, so that'll do it for now. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And you guys have yourselves a wonderful day.